I think it's just safe to assume Avengers Doomsday is going to be a direct sequel to Avengers Endgame. A bunch of scoopers are saying the same thing. Avengers Doomsday will reportedly act as a direct sequel to Avengers Endgame. And the Russo brothers themselves practically confirmed this. They said Iron Man's death in Endgame is important for Doctor Doom's story in Doomsday. This might also explain why Marvel is putting Avengers Endgame back in theaters before Doomsday comes out. We have not had a proper Avengers movie since 2019, so the general audience might have forgotten a few things, so they're going to put Endgame back in theaters so everyone can know what happened before going into Doomsday. This also lines up with the rumors of Steve Rogers and Peggy Carter coming back. Avengers Doomsday could be starting off where Endgame ended. However, I noticed some people are taking the news out of context because some people out there are thinking Marvel and the Russo brothers are straight up going to ignore Phase 4 and 5 of the MCU and just going right from Endgame to Doomsday. If that were true, we would not be getting God Loki, Shang-Chi, the Thunderbolts, and the Fantastic Four in Avengers Doomsday. Marvel and the Russo brothers are still going to implement storylines from Phase 4 and 5. However, I think even the Russo brothers know that Phase 4 and 5 overall is all over the place. You don't need to see something like Guardians 3 to understand Avengers Doomsday, because Guardians 3 does nothing to set up Avengers or the multiverse. The same thing can be said for a bunch of other projects like Moon Knight, Eternals, She-Hulk, Ironheart. There's so many post-Endgame projects that are very self-contained and do nothing to set up the future of the MCU. The Russos really saw what happened to Marvel after they left and decided to just continue where they left off in Endgame, but they do see potential with certain projects. The Russo brothers are pretty much just going to stick with what works, like No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Loki, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Black Panther 2, stuff like that. And in my opinion, this is a great idea because there's so many projects in the multiverse saga. People are just going to complain about homework, and a lot of the projects don't even set up anything. So it's best to stick with what works and then just go from there. Plus, a lot of people stopped watching the MCU after Endgame, so this will definitely benefit anyone who's trying to get back into the MCU. They only have to watch a few projects. All 4 Avengers movies, including Civil War, connect really nicely with each other. It makes sense for Doomsday to connect with Endgame because it's the first Avengers movie in 7 years. Doomsday being a direct sequel to Endgame just feels so right, and it's easy cleanup. The Russo brothers are essentially fixing the MCU, and they said Secret Wars is a new beginning compared to Endgame, which was an ending. And yeah, it looks like they're trying to fix the MCU and it's working in their favor. What are your thoughts on Doomsday being a direct sequel to Endgame?